Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to everyone. Okay, now let's discuss the basic skill and example question of determining number of solution under subtopic of trigonometric function. Okay, let's look at the example 1 straight away. Okay, so first the question, this is actually an example of SPM examination question. Okay, 1A, sketch the graph of y equals to 1 minus cos 2x for the range between x is between 0 and pi. Okay, so this is the first question. What do we do is sketch. Okay, sketch the simple graph before we do the proper sketch for the answer. Okay, so let's sketch. First step to sketch the graph of trigonometric function. Okay, so we must sketch cos 2, not 2 but cos x first. Okay, the basic graph of cos 2x. Okay, so this is y-axis and x-axis, and then for cos, alright, it's like that U shape. Okay, one complete circle. After finish one complete circle or one period, so you do the borderline. I always call it as a borderline because of this is borderline is under 2x. Okay, scale for 2 pi, so not 2x, 2 pi, and this is pi. And the amplitude 1, so 1 and negative 1. And then okay, so because of the question asks you to sketch cos 2x. Okay, if cos 2x, okay, so actually we must add another 1 period because of 2 pi, sorry, add 2x or 2 pi. Okay, and then add after 2 pi and 3 pi and 4 pi. And because of 2 period circle, okay, 2 complete circle, so the scale in x-axis, okay, divide by 2. If let's say if 3x, all the scale in x-axis, on the x-axis, divide by 3, and if 4x also divide by 4. Okay, that's how we determine the scale for x-axis. So now it becomes pi over 2. Simplify, you get pi, 3 pi over 2, and last must be 2 pi. Okay, this is how this is the importance of the borderline. Okay, because after finish one complete circle and draw, if 2x, draw another one complete circle for until 4x. If 3x, another one complete circle after the borderline, and then do the borderline. Okay, so this is for 3x. Okay, that's for example. And then because of the range, okay, the range of the x-axis is until pi, okay, not 2 pi, so we delete this area. Okay, now continue another alright, so cos 2x finish, okay, until pi, and then 1 minus, so negative. That means for the graph is negative cos x to cos 2x. Okay, so negative, that means opposite of the positive cos, positive graph. So is mirror. Okay, mirror like this. Okay, for negative graph. And then last but not least, 1 plus 1. Okay, so plus 1. Okay, plus 1 for the function. So the amplitude is plus 1. Okay, plus 1, 0, plus 1, and then plus 1. So you total, you will get, so this is line for 0, x equals to 0. That means this is x-axis. Okay, the new graph function is now from negative 1 become x-axis or 0. And then this is not x-axis anymore, but x equals to 1, and this amplitude equals to 2. Okay, so this is for sketching. Okay, the sketching roughly. Okay, that's how you sketch. And then what we do, this is the proper. Okay, this is how we sketch the proper graph, proper sketch. Okay, according to the sketching. Okay, so what do we do? Alright, so now, okay, let's say this is the real, sorry. Okay, let's say this is x-axis, the first x-axis. Okay, we sketch the negative, the orange color like this. Okay, so we delete. Okay, delete, and then draw the x-axis. Okay, so this is x-axis. Okay, this is the line of y equals to 1. Okay, y equals to 1. Right, and then this is 0. Okay, the amplitude of the maximum is 2. Okay, let's say this is 1. Okay, right. So this is finished. Okay, sketching the proper for 1 y equals to 1 minus cos 2x. Okay, so this is how we sketch the graph function. Okay, so I forget to write down the scale. So this is pi over 2 and plus pi. Okay, this is the proper graph function. Okay, hence, okay, using the same axis, okay, this is question B. Hence, using the same axis, sketch a suitable straight line to find a number of solution to the question. Right, so the question is cos 2x equals to 1 minus 2x over 5. Okay, according to the question, and the range is between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so what do we do first? Okay, there is no y function, okay, in this question. So what do? We must find, right? And then what do? Replace, okay, bring left this cos 2x to the right hand side, and 2x over pi bring to left hand side. Now it become 2x over pi equals to 1 minus cos 2x. As you know, okay, 1 minus cos 2x equals to y. Okay, so this is equals to y. Right, and then therefore y equals to 2x over pi. And then next step, what do? Okay, draw a table for the value of x and y. Okay, so let's say I want to use x equals to 0. So x equals to 0. Okay, if x equals to 0, so y also equals to 0. And let's say x equals to pi. So when x equals to pi, substitute pi. So y equals to 2. Okay, so how to find number of solution? Okay, so we draw the sketch the straight line. Okay, let's say when x equals to 0, y equals to 0. So this is the line. And then if x equals to pi, okay, to pi, so y equals to 2. Let's say here 2. Okay, and then draw the straight line, okay, between 0 and 2 for value of y. Okay, so number of solution, okay, 1, 2 and 3. So 3 solution. Okay, this is how we find the solution of number of solution. 1, again 2 and 3. So number of solution is 3. Okay, now let's continue with the second example for graph of tangent. Okay, so graph of tangent. Okay, so the graph function is y equals to 2 plus tangent x. Okay, so what do? Is to draw or to sketch. Okay, to sketch the tangent x. Okay, how to sketch the tangent x? Okay, so what do? We sketch the graph tangent, but before that, we must to sketch the graph of tangent. We must prepare the scale, the x-axis and y-axis scale first. Okay, for example, okay, like this. Okay, just follow. Okay, so pi, this is pi and 2 pi. Okay, after finish 2 pi, okay, so draw the borderline, and between 0 and pi, okay, this is what we call it as, okay, asymptote. Okay, asymptote. Okay, so this is asymptote line. Okay, so the lines, okay, any lines, okay, any line, straight line or curve line, any lines, any curve line of tangent, okay, cannot passes through the asymptote. And between pi and 2 pi also, okay, there is asymptote. Okay, so this is line pi over 2, and this is line 3 pi over 2. Okay, so tangent x and alright. So for your information, okay, the scale is between 0 to 3 pi over 2. Okay, so what we delete first. Okay, this area we are not going to use. Okay, because the range is between 0, okay, and 3 pi over 2. That's why. And then sketch. Okay, sketch the line of tangent x. Okay, start from 0, up, down, and up. Okay, if you want to continue, so the last line actually going down like this. Okay, and then what do? Okay, Right, so finish. This is the basic graph. Okay, first I forget to remind you. First, what do we do? Draw the basic graph. So this is basic graph for tangent x, and then right, the next step is plus 2. Right, so let's say this is 1 and 2, 1 and 2, negative 1 and negative 2 for the amplitude. Okay, so what do we do? Alright, add 2 to each of the amplitude. Let's say, so this is plus 1, plus 2, plus 2, right? Plus 2 and plus 2. So now it become 4, 3, right? So plus 2, so 2, okay? 2 plus 0 equals to 2, and plus negative 1, so negative 1, and this is 2 minus 2, 0. Okay, this is what is going to happen. So when line 0, that means the x-axis is here. Okay, so now we sketch, okay, the proper sketch of the graph function. Okay, so this is x-axis. Okay, as usual, okay, you draw the basic axis. Okay, the axis start here. Let's say this is 0. So from here, okay, let's say this is the real x-axis. Okay, x-axis, right? So pi, let's say 3 pi over 2. Okay, and then okay, now here is 2. Okay, this sorry. Okay, this is the asymptote. Okay, so asymptote 3 pi over 2 actually is line for asymptote. So okay, sketch. Okay, sketch, and then below over the 0. This is the real 0 here, x-axis, and then going up. Okay, and then delete. Okay, okay, start with from here. Actually, start the amplitude start with 2. Okay, let's say this is 1 and 3 and so on. Okay, so let's say this is negative 1, for example. Alright. Okay, so this is the proper sketch of graph function in the question. So what left? Okay, so this let's say this is pi, and this is 3 pi over 2, and then delete. Okay, delete the scale. Alright, like this. You can do for example, this is line y equals to 2. Okay, so finish, and then touch up y axis, x axis. So this is the, at least this is the proper sketch of y equals to 2 plus tangent x. Okay, so second question. Okay, second question, using the same axis, okay, sketch the suitable straight line to find number of solution. Okay, so this is the equation equals to 0. Okay, alright. So what first step, what do we do is find the function of y. So this is the question, cos 2x plus 1 over sin 2x sin 2x plus pi over x equals to 0. Okay, so equals to 0. Alright, so what do we do? Okay, so cos 2x plus pi over x. Okay, so cos over sin to sin 2x, sin to 2x. Alright, okay, so actually, okay, from given that, okay, for this question, if you can see, given that cos 2x plus 1 over sin over 2x equals to cot x. So this is actually, this is equals to cot x plus pi over x equals to 0, and bring to the right hand side. Okay, so cot equals to 1 over tangent x equals to negative pi over x, and then cross multiply, right? Cross multiply equals to tangent x equals to x over pi. So there is negative. Don't forget to put negative. Okay, so tangent x. Okay, and then y. Okay, y function, there is plus 2. So plus 2 both sides. Okay, plus 2. So plus 2. So now you get, okay, so tangent x plus 2 or 2 plus tangent x equals to y. So 2 equals to 2 minus x over pi. Okay, so rearrange, so you get 2 minus x over pi. And then what do we do? Okay, we draw the table to find the value of x and y, so that we can sketch the straight line. Okay, so let's say if x equals to 0, so x equals to 0, right? So y equals to 2. And then let's say x equals to pi. So when x equals to pi, so 2 minus pi over pi, so equals to 1. So y equals to 1. Okay, so let's bring the table to the top, okay, to sketch, okay, the value of the straight line of the function. Okay, so when x equals to 0, y equals to 2. So this is y. And then when x equals to pi, okay, pi, y equals to 1. So let's say this is 1. And then, okay, what do? Okay, we join the plots, the point. Okay, so let's say, so this is for y equals to 2 minus pi, sorry, not pi, but x over pi. Okay, so therefore, number of solution, okay, number of solution equals to 1 and 2. Okay, 2 solution. Alright, so this is how we determine the number of solution between the trigonometric function and a straight line given. So I hope you can clear how to sketch, okay, the graph function of trigonometric, and then find the number of solution by using this method and these steps. Okay, so I hope you understand. Until now, thank you.